Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tech Motoring. On today's episode we're going to be taking a look at this product here. This is the Lectron J3400 to CCS1 charging adapter to charge your CCS vehicles at version 3 Tesla Superchargers. So we're going to dive into the box today, take a look at this product, and then we're going to get out on the road and give it a shot at a Tesla Supercharger. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we have here the Lectron J3400 or NACS or Tesla, whatever you want to refer to it as, but it is the J3400 to CCS1 charging adapter. So you can charge your CCS vehicles at a Tesla Supercharger, providing your vehicle manufacturer has access. At the time of this video, we are looking at Fords, we are looking at Rivian, and hopefully GM will be shortly thereafter. But right now, this is one of the third-party products on the market by Lectron, and Lectron reached out to me and asked me to review this product and take a look at it and just see how it works. And we are going to be comparing this a little bit today to the official Ford J3400 to CCS1 charging adapter as well. So we'll take a look at those side by side, get a good idea of what it is the difference between those two, and kind of go from there. So whether you're a Ford owner looking to get your adapter sooner, because unless you've ordered really quickly like I did, you're probably going to be on the wait list for a while. Or let's say you're one of the manufacturers who's currently waiting for an adapter to become available, like some of you Chevy Bolt owners. If you're looking to get access very soon and want to be one of the first people to have access to a supercharger, well, you could also go for one of these third-party adapters. So Lectron has been around for quite a while now. They're a very good brand. They've had a lot of experience in the charging and charging adapter market. What we have here is the Lectron J3400 to CCS adapter once again. 500 amp limitation, 1000 volt, which is pretty typical for most Tesla superchargers out there. Now keep in mind that these adapters only work on version 3 superchargers. They will not work on anything previous to that. So version 2 superchargers, this does not work. So it has to be a version 3 supercharger. And it could be a version 4 dispenser, but usually the version 4 dispensers have Magic Dock built in, so theoretically you don't need this. Of course, you could just bypass the internal Magic Dock and use this anyway on the version 4s, so theoretically the version 4 dispensers would also work in this regard with this adapter. But version 3 superchargers, and not all of them at the time of this recording, most of them, I would say, are probably up and running at this point. Over 15,000, I believe, is the current number for that. And you could take a look on the Tesla app for the ones that are compatible with CCS vehicles. So you could just open up the app, go to the 3 hashes in the top right corner, go to charge your other EV, and then from there you'll be able to actually see which superchargers are open to your CCS vehicle. Now, for instance, in my area, we have 2 superchargers. One's a version 2, so that's out of the way. And we have a version 3 that was built about a year ago. That one is CCS compatible, which is where we'll be doing the testing in just a short while. Let's go over a couple little things on the box here. It says charge your CCS1 EV at Tesla Superchargers, fast charge, 500 amps, 1000 volts, rugged and durable, advanced safety features. We'll see if we could talk a little bit more about those in a little bit. And yeah, so we have a really nice descriptions on the box here. It is IP67 rated, which is good to see, so you don't really have to worry too much about if you plug in, you walk away, and it starts to rain on you. Is it going to cause any issues with the adapter? IP67, you really shouldn't have any issues with that. So it is a CCS1. Once again, they refer to this as NACS as the inlet port. Theoretically, it's J3400 now. But a lot of people are still referring to it as NACS just due to the North American Charging Standard, which is what they were using as the nomenclature up to recently when they changed it to the actual standard number, which is J3400. And of course, you cannot use this with AC charging, as it says on the back. Not to be used with wall connectors, destination chargers, mobile connectors, any other EV chargers. Yes, pretty much. This is solely for DC charging, and I'll show you that in a little bit why. But let's break into a box and take a look at the adapter. All right, so it looks like it's in this nice foam packaging here. All right, simple enough, right? All right, so what we have here is a user manual here. Very nice user manual, actually, all color. Nice gloss paper too, really nice. So one of the things I wanted to go over early on with this video is the procedure for actually charging a vehicle using this particular adapter. Now, you've seen me on this channel test plenty of charging adapters, whether they be AC charging adapters or DC charging adapters. We go over the process of how to plug it in, and it was basically just show you that process. Now, typically what I like to do is I will always take the charging handle, I plug it into the adapter first, then I go over to the vehicle and I plug it into the vehicle. Now, the issue with that, with this particular adapter, is that Lectron prefers that you actually plug it into the car first and then plug the handle into the adapter. And it says that right here. Open your EV port, plug the adapter into the EV port. That's the step. Press the NACS button on the adapter and insert the NACS supercharger handle into the NACS supercharger inlet of the adapter. Ensure secure insertion and check the EV display for successful connection. So that is kind of the key here, is to make sure that you actually plug the adapter into the vehicle first, then you plug in the charging handle from the Tesla Supercharger. So we're going to make sure we do that properly. We want to make sure we do that correctly. We want to make sure we read these instructions before we use this product. I really feel like that's necessary for everybody. It's really only 5 pages. Just read them real quick. Just to make sure that you understand the procedures before you go trying these adapters. Now, I recently did a review of using the Ford one, and I did not do it that way. I actually did it the other way, like I normally do. I plugged the handle into the adapter went into the car started charging, no problem. So this one is a little bit backwards from that. It looks like they have a little Q merit card in here, which is interesting because this is an adapter, not a charger. So I'm not really sure why they would put a Q merit card in with the adapter, but no big deal. Better to have and not need, I suppose. So let's go ahead and take a look at this adapter here. So this looks interesting. All right, so this is the Lectron J3400 to CCS1 adapter. So one of the things I wanted to point out was that this is missing the top set of the AC pins here, which is once again not compatible with AC chargers. So this is not going to be a one and done adapter. If you are a CCS vehicle owner and you want to charge your vehicle at, let's say, a destination charger when you travel out to a hotel, you will need to keep an AC adapter in your vehicle as well. So make sure that you keep one of each if you're planning on using both charging methods. So really nice adapter. I see it has a, wow, it's got a really nice clicking return spring on the J3400 side. It does show a pretty decent looking pin set back here. I always like to test this centerpiece here to make sure that looks good. Does look good. Very interesting and unique shape, a little differently than all the other ones. Like for instance, the Ford one here. As you can see, there is a bit of a difference in the size of it. If we put them side by side, you could see that there is a little bit more length to the Lectron one. So about a couple inches there. So very interesting, very cool. We have the latch up top here, which feels pretty good. This also feels to be made out of a steel as well, because you want to make sure that, you know, this safety mechanism is strong in case the event that you drop the adapter or something. If it lands on top of this, you don't want to break this. You don't want to break this piece right here off of the adapter. You want to make sure that's strong, it's not broken, because you don't want to pull this out while you're charging. So yeah, really good to see that there is a nice mechanism here. It is pretty much hidden under some plastic here as well, which is good to see. So it is somewhat protected from drops and falls. Once again, it's made out of a metal, so it's stronger. So this way it's not going to just break the first time it drops on it. This does have some heft to it as well. So if it were to fall, there's a lot of mass there that's going to fall down onto bits and pieces. But the rest of this adapter is plastic. So really nothing there that's different. Most of these adapters are plastic, and that's kind of how they should be anyway. Very interesting. Let's look at the side of this adapter real quick. Pretty much just has all the information on it that you saw before. 1000 volt, 500 amp, IP67. Temperature range, -22 Fahrenheit to 122 Fahrenheit. That's pretty standard for most adapters and charging equipment in the EV industry. Basically just a warning, high voltage. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Only used with Tesla Superchargers. Okay, so pretty straightforward all in all. So overall, I gotta say, so far, it's looking pretty good, looking pretty solid. So once again, we gotta make sure that when we get to the Tesla Supercharger that we plug this into the vehicle first, and then we plug the Tesla supercharging handle into this. So yeah, really nice. So let's jump down. We're gonna take a ride now. We'll go out to a Tesla Supercharger near me. We're gonna get this plugged into our 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E, see how it does, let the car charge up for a little bit, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody. Well, you join me out at a version 3 Supercharger, as you can see here, and we're going to get this Mustang Mach-E plugged in to our charger using our Lectron J3400 tuned CCS1. And what I did here to get prepared for this trip, so it is about 80 degrees outside right now, about 6 o'clock in the morning. We are down to about 36% state of charge. I have navigated to a local DC fast charger, which should get the battery preconditioning. So I'm just going to sit here for a few more minutes. I took the highway here. I tried to regen as hard as I possibly could just to get the battery up to temperature. Not that we're going to see some major speeds with this at all, just because it is a standard battery, standard range Ford Mustang Mach-E. So we're not really going to see some major speeds here today. But the idea of this is just to test the adapter, see how it works, see if plug-in charge works through it as well. Of course, that's one of the biggest features of supercharging nowadays, especially with Ford products, is that you can use superchargers to plug and charge as well, just like you can with Electrify America with the Ford products. So it's gonna be really cool. So let's jump in, let's get the adapter out and take a look. All right, so as we can see here, we are at 35% state of charge. We're gonna go ahead and turn off the vehicle here. We're gonna shut the door. I got my car scanner app already set up just so we can see some charging speeds. So as per the instructions from Lectron, we are going to plug it into the vehicle first. So let's go ahead, see how that is. And there we go. All right, that felt pretty good going in, not too tight, not too loose. Let's go ahead and take our version 3 charging handle here from the Supercharger, plug that into the adapter. It looks like we may have to, yep, you got to pull up on the latch just a little bit here. So let's try to do this one-handed. Okay, it does allow you to do it that way. Now we're going to wait about 10 seconds here because that's typically when plug-in charge kicks in. So we'll just give this about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we should start seeing this. There we go. So there we are. We are blinking now. And as we could see here from plug-in charge or from the car scanner app, that we are now starting to charge the battery. So it looks like we're already ramping up to 60 something. So I think we're going to hit maybe about 100 kilowatt, and then it's probably going to start tapering down from there. As you could hear, the cabinet is starting to spool up here at 1A. And yep, just about what I was expecting, about 103. Let's see if we get a little bit more. 104. There we go. Okay, not bad. 107, just about. Yep, there it is. $108. All right, cool. Still ramping up a little bit. That's good to see. Once again, the Lectron J3400 to CCS1 adapter being utilized here at this version 3 Supercharger with plug-in charge. As you just saw, it's a really nice feature. And here we are settling about 109, maybe still going up a little bit, but nope, maybe not. I think 109 is about where we're going to be maxing out based on our state of charge. If we were really low in the pack, maybe below 10%, we'd probably see somewhere around 120, maybe 120, just for a short while. But yep, as you can see, that boost is now starting to roll down a little bit, and now we are down to about 103. and we're gonna let it charge up. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get some temperatures and kind of go from there. All right, so just to get some baseline temperatures here, once again, it's about 80 degrees outside. So this is showing 77, 77. All right, so we're looking at about 77 degrees on the adapter. We're gonna give this a little bit of time to charge up the vehicle. It's still over 100 kilowatt going through this adapter. Now this adapter should be rated for about 250 kilowatt. To roughly 500 amp maximum, so it does do a pretty good speed as far as those ratings go. It's just whether or not you have the vehicle that can accept it. So right now on the market, you're looking at Mach-E's, which don't charge more than, let's say, like 170 if you get the big battery Mach-E. Ford F-150 Lightning, roughly the same boat, around 170, 180, I think they can almost creep up to. And really, that's it. The Rivians are really going to be the ones that test these adapters much better, because the Rivians will hit over 200 kilowatt peak with this particular adapter and a supercharger. But other than that, there's really nothing else that can utilize this as of yet. We're just going to let this charge up for a little bit. We are already at 82, 87, so we're starting to ramp down a little bit, as you can see. And it looks like we are now at 45% state of charge already. And of course, it has started raining outside, as you can see from the water on the vehicle. And once again, I guess this is a good time to bring up the IP67 rating of this adapter. So really, even charging at something as quick as a Tesla Supercharger, really should have no concerns as far as water leaking into this adapter and causing any types of issues. So really cool to see, you know, the adapter will hold up even under weather just like this. This is just about 5 minutes into this charge. As you can see, we're just about 82 kilowatt now going into the battery. I'm now hearing the cooling kick on the Mach-E. You could hear that starting to go. And we're going to take some temperatures, though this is going to be a little bit skewed now that the rain has started coming down on us, about 80 degrees. So it has gone up just a little bit. Now it's just about ambient temperature. So really, it's not even warmer than what it is outside. It just got a cooling head start, if you will, when it was in the air-conditioned vehicle. But anyway, we're going to let this charge up for a little bit longer, or maybe even longer than that, depending on how this weather turns out. So currently at about 66% state of charge, right around 65, we dipped down from about 82 kilowatts down to roughly 75 right now. So we are lowering our speeds just a little bit based on the charging profile of the Mach-E, so really not too bad so far. In fact, I would almost agree that this vehicle actually charges better at a supercharger than it does at like an EA station or something, but I have to look at those charging curves again. But anyway, even though we have a little bit of a not so accurate demonstration of the temperatures today just due to the rain that we just had, it's finally slowed down a little bit, but we're still sitting around 80 degrees ambient temperature here, so looking pretty good. The fact that it's not changing at all leads me to believe that we are probably okay, about 81, 82 on the bottom there. Let's try to get there. 83 close to, let's see, 82. Yeah, so really overall doing pretty good. All right, sitting here at 79%. So this profile, as you can see, is tapering down. We're at about 57 kilowatts. Second this hits about 80%, we should see a pretty massive reduction in speed based on the charging curve of the Mustang Mach-E. It used to be a lot worse. When it used to hit about 80%, this used to duck down our charging speed down to like 12, 13 kilowatts, something ridiculous like that. At least now they've adjusted it slightly better, even on the smaller battery pack. But yeah, so we should see some, there's 80%, and boom, there we go, 30 kilowatts at 80%. So we're really not going to put much stress on the adapter at this point, plus there's no reason for us to stay here any longer. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we get on the adapter now as far as temperatures. I've wiped it off before, so it should be a little bit cleaner now, and it's not going to get you know, cooler based on the water droplets that are on it. So yeah, we're still sitting only around 81 degrees, 82 and a half there. Let's see that. Let's take a shot at the charging handle real quick. Yeah, and as we can see, the charging handle is actually a little bit warmer, really not bad. It's amazing how well Tesla gets that right with their their thermals and their cables. 84, 85 on the bottom of this adapter here. Yeah, really good, really good. Let's take a look at this cable here. Yeah, and the cable's only at 87 degrees. It's amazing how these liquid-cooled cables work so well. But so let's go ahead and get this unplugged now. So now I wonder if we can hit this button. Would this kill the charge? It will, and it looks like it's unlocked. So we're going to hit the button on the bottom here, and we're going to pull out the Tesla adapter. Nope, it looks like it grabbed it again. So let's do this. It's hard to do this one-handed. Alright, so I got it out. You do have to push that little button on the bottom of the adapter there. Pull out the handle like so. Get that back onto the charger, and now we should be able to push down on this and pull it out of the vehicle like so. And there we are. The Lectron J3400 to CCS adapter. Close it up. Get back on the road. Thank you, Tesla. Thank you, Lectron. All right, everybody. Well, there you go. There is the Lectron J3400 to CCS1 adapter. Worked really well. Got to put it through a little bit of a test today. I know it's not the greatest test because we're not putting that much power through it. I just don't have a vehicle that can do that. But testing this on the Ford Mustang Mach-E, it did not have any issues with the temperatures, with the speeds. The speeds were perfectly fine based on this vehicle's charging capabilities, so that worked great. Yeah, so really nice. Didn't have any issues with the latches. Latches felt pretty good. It inserted into the vehicle perfectly fine. The Tesla side went into the adapter perfectly fine, so I didn't have any issues with that whatsoever. Yeah, really nice product. Thanks to Lectron for sending this out to me for testing. I'll definitely keep this in my arsenal of adapters to use when I'm out on the road and need to charge up my Ford Mustang Mach-E. Great for anybody who's going to have access to the Tesla Supercharger in the near future. GM, I'm looking at you. And yeah, so it's cool to have a nice third-party adapter, but still a good third-party adapter. And so I'm really happy to be able to test that today. So glad it worked out really well. Anyway, thanks Lectron for sending me out the product once again. And thanks to Tesla to opening up the Superchargers. But most of all, thank you very much for watching this episode. And of course, if you're interested in this product, there'll be a link down in the description below. You can take a look at it down there. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe. We do plenty of adapter testing. So if you're looking for adapters for your Tesla vehicle or your J1772 CCS vehicle, I have plenty more of those adapter reviews on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, welcome to the future. Welcome to Tech Motoring. We'll see you soon.